What's up, y'all? It's Vel here, coming back with y'all with another video today. Today I got a video on the dark side of Disneyland. So as y'all know, Disneyland, located in Florida, you take your kids over there and stuff, have fun over there. But there's a dark side to it, and we're gonna see in this video. As y'all know, I will never take my kid to Disneyland because it's a pedophile ring. And I dropped a video of about the pedophilia, and it was on there, but my video got taken down. But if you saw it, good, and you know what I mean. So yeah, but we gonna start this video, man. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Disneyland is commonly known as the happiest place on Earth, full of wonderful characters and childlike whims. But Disney does have its fair share of dark humor or dark elements in its attractions and in its lands. Today we are going to be talking about a few of these darker elements that the children might not notice or might not want to notice. This is the dark side of Disneyland. Been lots of doom and gloom on this channel recently, Dallin. Are you alright? And without further ado, let's begin. Now, we're talking about weird, spooky, unexpected turns these Disney attractions might take, and I would be remiss if I
Disney
didn't
be
speak
looking weird,
about
bro.
Mr. Toad's Wild
I'm not gonna
Ride. And I
cap.
think you are all very well aware of the scene that I'm talking about. That's right, the scene where you're going through Toad Hall and just messing up a bunch of stuff and breaking a bunch of plates. That scene is horrifying. Now, obviously, guys, I'm joking. I'm, of course, talking about the scene where you get hit by a train and then sent to hell. There's the devil, who looks remarkably similar to the judge who sentenced you earlier, and a bunch of little rubber red devils jumping around everywhere. And not to mention the fact that they bump up the heat in that scene, which makes the whole thing way more immersive and way more unnerving, because this is a children's ride. Very interesting that they send you to hell. Now, is this scene creepy? No, not at all. But it is dark, because you die and go to hell. And this isn't the creepy side of Disneyland rides, this is the dark side of Disneyland rides. It's not necessarily scary, but it's something that might go over the kids' heads and make the adults ask, what? Why? This is a kids' ride. What now? Moving on to an attraction that more people would think.
I'm not taking. I think kids should not ride that. To be honest, they can get scared at the point. I don't know why they have that in Disneyland. I mean, adults ride that stuff. I mean, I guess you can ride with your your mom or dad on that for a kid and stuff, but I don't know
Along
why.
the creepy side. It's
But
a
okay,
small world.
I
Now,
guess.
many people are unnerved by the dolls as you go through this attraction, but I'm not going to talk about any certain animatronic. I'm going to be talking about a stagnant doll, a figure in the finale scene of It's a Small World. I'm going to talk to you today about the infamous Help Clown. During the finale scene, if you were to look up and to the left, you would see a hot air balloon, and sitting inside this hot air balloon would be a small clown. Now, this clown was unlike a lot of the animatronics or dolls in It's a Small World because this clown had a frowny face. Not only was he frowning, but he was also holding a small sign with red lettering on it that said,
Bro, I'm telling
simply,
y'all, bro,
help.
this
Now, no one
place
knows exactly
is
why this clown
weird.
was put there in the
Like I
first.
said, it's a pedophilia ring. Guess who's the owner? Walt Disney. He's the same person that's gay, and he's a pedophile, and he's racist. Don't take if you're a grown up with kids right now watching my video. I advise you not to take your kids here, man. They have a satanic temple in there. If you see a sign that says 33, the number 33 on there, just know that's a satanic temple because that's the highest degree for a Freemason. And plus, Walt Disney was a Freemason himself. Don't go there. I advise you not to take your kids there. Like, in my opinion, I would not take my kids there. That's weird. I don't want to. I'm not going. I'm not doing that. That's not me.
Place. We can only assume that this clown does not like all the happiness and glee and joy going on around him, and he just wants help. Unfortunately, the clown was removed in a renovation, so don't go there today looking to
Yo,
find him
clowns are
because you
creepy,
won't.
bro.
All I can say is that I personally hope one day that they add him
Clowns be
back in.
tripping,
Just
bro.
imagining writing It's a Small World, looking up and seeing a clown frowning with a sign that says help. I mean, not only is that a little bit dark, a little bit morbid, but it's super funny. Maybe someday the Small World Help Clown will return. Now, this whole time we've been talking about things that scare you in your mind. Well, what about things that scare you physically? That doesn't sound right. What about things that threaten you physically? That's a little bit better. Now, this is a brand new addition to the Disneyland Railroad, something we have not seen until it has recently reopened a couple, weeks ago. Along the front end of Star Wars Land, where you're going over the bridge, underneath said bridge is a small beaver chewing away at the support beams for the tracks. Now, judging by this picture, he's already made his way through one of the support beams and he's working on the next one, so over the years, just be careful while you're riding the railroad, because you never know what's going to happen or when something could come crashing down. Okay. All I'm saying is that if there's another train accident at Disneyland, you know who to blame. Not that one conductor who ran off that one.
Yeah, I heard about that. They be having a lot of accidents over there.
Now, Critter Country is a very child-friendly land, unless you are afraid of animatronics.
I heard it's cursed too.
I would recommend you stay far
That's
away.
why I ain't going over there. I ain't taking my kids over there.
A brand new character introduced into the attraction
when I have kids.
called Rare Hat. He was introduced a few weeks ago, and he has not moved since. Seriously. Now, a lot of people love Splash Mountain, but not a whole lot of people give enough love to its attraction right across the pathway, The Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, especially those who missed the attraction that used to be there, the Country Bear Jamboree. Well, fret not those of you who enjoyed the Country Bear Jamboree, because as you're leaving the Heffalumps and Woozle scene, make sure to look behind you. That's right, you can see the decapitated heads of Max the Buck, Buff the Buffalo, and Melvin the Moose. Yeah, not quite the tribute you were expecting, but it's something. Now, these aren't actually decapitated animatronic heads, but they are static or non-animatronic heads taken from the mile-long bar that once resided across from the Playhouse. Now, I could talk about some lesser-known dark elements of the Haunted Mansion, but, you guys have probably heard it 1,000 times. It's getting old at this point. I'll just save that for later. The final dark element to this video
tripping,
brings
bro.
me back to Main Street, USA.
Not going there,
right
bro.
when you enter the park, turn to your right. There you will find the Disneyland story featuring great moments with Mr. Lincoln. Now, this personally is one of my favorite attractions in Disneyland, and it is a shame not a whole lot of people know it's there or just walk right past it. Now, of course, the Civil War was a dark time in human history, but we are not focusing on the war today. Today, we are going to focus on the man himself, Abraham Lincoln. More specifically on the animatronic Abraham Lincoln. Now, the animatronic that is there today is not the same animatronic that was used at the World's Fair all those years ago, but it is an updated version of the animatronic. Instead of a hydraulic animatronic, this one is actually electric. And while this changed most of the internal workings on the animatronic,
that looked real as fuck.
pretty much the same, including his face. Some of you probably know where I'm going with this. The audio animatronic Abraham Lincoln's face was molded from a real-life death mask of Abraham Lincoln himself. Now, some of you may not know what a death mask is. Basically, when someone dies, their face is molded with either plastic or wax. This was done not only to preserve this person's legacy and build statues and everything out of them, but also to give people in the future an idea what this person looked like when they died. So you know what that means? Means whenever you're looking up at this audio animatronic giving his wonderful speech, you are looking at the dead face of our president, Abraham Lincoln. Or at least my president. I don't know where you guys are watching from.
Well, but
when I was maybe 20, I probably would be
back in it.
Now, it is late, and I have the list of all the patrons here, and I'm going to read each and every one of your names out loud. So, you were all entered into the contest. Thank you so much for donating. And I will actually announce the winner of the contest on Patreon as soon as this video is live. So, be watching for Greg.
I hope y'all liked the video, man. Like, subscribe, hit my email, ask me questions. I'll be gladly, personally, to answer it for you. And yeah,